we're going to talk about what they showed at Ubisoft. Ubisoft conference. It's pretty cool, not bad, I'd say. So they started off with Far Cry 4 with 5 minutes of gameplay. It wasn't really gameplay, it was mostly cinematic cutscenes inside the game. Pretty much that's all they were showing. Pretty much scenes about you're like another main character, you're with this other dude. There's another cycle inside the game, like on Far Cry 3, like Voss was the cycle. So they have another new cycle. I think he's a rich person, I guess, and he cuts his own soldier's neck, his own throat out, and just bleeds on the floor. And he complains how he gets blood on his favorite suit or something like that, or he got blood all over him. There's blood all over his face. So he's taking a picture with the main character, pretty much. You know, they showed other stuff before that, so it's mostly a cinematic gameplay of showing scenes, usually from the game of Far Cry 4. That's mostly what they showed on Ubisoft. 5 minutes of it, and that's pretty much all they did with it. After that, they showed some Just Dance 2015. Not really a fan of dance games. I guess this Just Dance game, I guess it's mostly for the I guess it would be for Connect or something like that. Connect, yeah, pretty much. I showed a trailer of it. They just showed a trailer of what they usually show about the new songs they have and all this sort of stuff. People dancing inside the trailer and all that stuff. Like mostly like a commercial kind of, but trailer of it. Then one of the developers came out talking about that you could play with your you can play with multi-device online game with the Dance Central 2015 with your phone. I'm not sure if they were holding iPhones or was it just any phone. I'm not very sure about that. And they're saying that you can play from your phone and all that, like connected to your phone, you'll be able to play Dance Central with the phone. Like you press online, you press play and all that stuff. Then they showed people come on stage, their own people that on stage just dance, holding their cell phones in their hands, dancing with the music and all that. I think it was like a Lady Gaga song or something. I don't know. Pretty much that they were showing about Just Dance Central, about you can do that kind of stuff with the phone and all that stuff. After that, they showed Tom Clancy's The Division. They didn't show no gameplay of it. They just showed like a theatric trailer of it. Mostly with the trailer of the game and all that. They talk more about it, of what it's about and all that. They talk about like an infection that came into New York, some sort of plague or infection and all that. Got people sick and they died. It's not like a zombie game or nothing like that, really. No zombie or infection type of creatures or nothing like that. It's just about like a regular infection plague that came to New York City, started killing people and all that, and they die. I think some people were scared to die of the infection, they shot themselves or something. Some sort of trailer they were showing in the game. They just showed like a building with a building contaminated. They wrapped it around with like infection paper or whatever they wrap it around when they show a place that's infected and all that. Yeah, this one showed a trailer of it. Then they showed like a dude. They showed like two just regular bad guys, regular crooks. I think they're trying to rob this dude or something. They smash his head against the windshield and all that stuff. Then the three main characters come out, the two dudes and that chick. The two dudes and the chick, they're like the three main characters, I guess, of the game, I guess. Or maybe they're just regular characters, I'm not sure, or multiplayer characters. So they're just showing a cinematic of them saving this dude from these two crooks and all that. They're aiming their guns at them, they're scared. Then they're trying to protect the other dude. This one dude's trying to protect the civilian. And the real bad guys show up in a truck. One big dude wearing some sort of armor suit, had this big old gun, getting ready to fight against them. The other two dudes just run off. And so it's the three main characters against these real bad guys, tough bad guys with the guns, and that big dude. So they're hiding the civilian inside a car and all that, and they're just going up against each other. They don't shoot each other, they just aim their gun at each other, and it just ends like that. The most of that was just a trailer of that game. And they show the crew and talk about more about the crew and all that. For Ubisoft, the crew supposed to be like MMO driving game, open world pretty much. I think you can travel around. They showed a map in the trailer. You can travel around the whole U.S. states and cities. I'm pretty sure you don't get travel to the major cities and all that, but I'm pretty sure you can travel through all the states and all that, since they showed like, I think they were showing like Miami to Los Angeles. I guess you can drive to Miami, like Miami, Florida to Los Angeles, California, I guess, LA. They were talking about like, I think it was like a 2-hour quest. Like it takes like 2 hours to get over there, depending on what car. That's pretty cool. It's like in real life, it takes like 2 hours. I'm not sure it takes more than 2 hours to get over there though. But this is a game that's mostly an open world and all that. You can do car customizations and all that, customize your cars. Bunch of other, a lot of cars that are showing up there. It's supposed to be released like November 11th for I think it was like for PC, Xbox One, and PS4 mostly. I think those are the three main things. That's what it's coming out for. Seems like pretty cool. You go through all the states and all. They showed the 4 faces. I think it was George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Roosevelt, and I forgot what the 4 stone faces are like in. I think they're in like North Dakota or South Dakota. They showed some of that, so I guess you can travel around the whole United States map, United States of America map, I'd say. That's what they showed in the trailer. So next to that, the crew, they showed Assassin's Creed Unity. They showed more of it like in. On Microsoft, they showed like a little bit of. They showed like a little bit of. They showed gameplay of like you play with more than. You play with like 3 extra players, and yourself counting that's as 4. So in Assassin's Creed Unity, they were just talking about. Then they started to show gameplay of a dude. I guess one of the developers coming on stage playing it on Assassin's Creed open world. It's open world like it always is. Open world pretty much the same, and they just have a bunch of civilians. I guess. The game's like more bigger and can handle more civilians and all that because there's a bunch of people in the streets rioting since Assassin's Creed Unity takes place in Paris during the French Revolution in 1793, I think so. Not very sure. So that's where it takes place in the French Revolution, and they show the developer playing a gameplay of the open world and all that. About there's a mission you got to kill Captain Xavier or something like that. Like I guess they're bringing back assassination missions back into the game, cause like in Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed 3, they didn't really have that many. Like you have to assassinate this type of person and all this. Mostly just they wasn't really have to do that in those type of games. So they pretty much have the main thing they were showing. Then they were showing the open world and all that, showing the gameplay. You can go inside more buildings now. You can assassinate people inside the building, and you can start missions inside a couple of buildings. I guess you can hide in them too. So it's like I guess in this one you can go to more buildings, go inside more buildings and all that sort of stuff. Then they show like a thief robbing a robbing a civilian. Then you gotta catch the thief like you always do in all Assassin's Creed. Like you go, like you're supposed to tackle the courier, but not this time you tackle a thief. Pretty sure you tackle him, you take his money, or maybe you take the money, or maybe you can give it back to the civilian or something like that. And they showed a bunch of icons around. So pretty much the eagle vision, the eagle eye or eagle vision looks different. Make it look different, and they still show that there's gonna be factions like those women, the corsairs, or you call them the girls from the brothel, and the other factions. I guess you can hire them; they will help you out on the streets and all that, distract the guards and all that. So it's like all the civilians are rebelling against the guards and all that, the French Revolution and all that sort of stuff. Then you can also do like different quests and all. You can do murder cases and all that. Murder cases because they showed when a developer was playing and he was going inside a building and the person was dead and the loved one was like crying on him and all that. And they showed a quest murder case. I guess you can get revenge for the person that died and kill the crooks and all that sort of stuff. They were showing that. There's also brotherhood missions where you and 3 other players can play on this quest mission and try to kill all the guards and all that by helping each other out and all that sort of stuff like that. So pretty much they just show him climbing. You can climb on the building and all that. You can do more extra stuff and all because you can like walk on the side. You can run up the side of the building a little bit, not like a lot, but you can run up a little bit and jump onto a ledge and all that. And you can hang from the side of the building. Looks all cool and all that. So they pretty much just show him going through the building and assassinating this dude and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much what they showed on Assassin's Creed Unity. They also have a new fitness game called Shape Up from Ubisoft. So I guess they're trying to make the game more fun, trying to make fitness more funner and all that. Showing this different type of fitness. There's like a game mode called Piano Step where you use your legs, the exercises and all that. You jump up and down, or you move your sides, you move your legs left to right or backwards. I think on this little mat, the fitness mat or whatever. I guess it controls the game or something, or maybe it has the Connect in front of it or something like that. So yeah, Piano Step is pretty much. like a song plays. Song plays and you can and notes come up where you jump at the right time and all that. It's almost like Guitar Hero or maybe Dance Dance Revolution and Rock Band. Those notes they come up and you gotta like strum the right time or move the right time. So it's pretty much what the piano step is. Note comes up and you just gotta move to the right time. You jump up and down and all that. Yeah, one of the developers was trying to beat his high score and all that on the fitness thing. He also had another. They also showed another game where you could do push-ups and all that sort of stuff, like where you're doing push-ups on the game, like books can hit you, like books fall on your back and all that, and they're like a big old donuts falling down and all that. And so they had like the American Ubisoft developer against the France Ubisoft developer from different countries. They had them going up against each other in the push-up challenge and all that. So doing all those doing the push-ups. Also, the game takes count of the calories, I guess, and how many push-ups you do also. And since the American Ubisoft developer won, or director, you would want one of those won against the France Ubisoft developer. It's pretty much they're just showing what Shape was all about. About they want to make fitness more fun and all that sort of stuff. They wanted to do with that. They also showed another. They also showed another game, Valiant Hearts, The Great War. I think most of the game design is like cartoon, like a cartoon comic art style. How the characters are designed, kind of. I guess it's pretty much about. I think it's about like four friends and a dog. They're all like in the army and all that, because the dog's like a medic, and everybody else is completely different. Like three dudes and one girl. They're like all friends with this dog. Pretty sure. Pretty much the whole trailer. They show the dog roaming around by himself, sad, in his medic little cape little thing, sad. Showing each of his four characters, story and all that, talking about it and showing what they do. So they just switch between the dog and every different character, and until the dog gets to the graveyard and there's a picture of him and his four friends, his four human friends and the dog. Picture of him and they're just busting graves around everywhere. So I guess all his friends died in the war and just only him by himself and all that. So that's what most of what the trailer was about, showing all that stuff. I think it's supposed to come on like June I think it was June 25th 2014 or something like that. So it's pretty cool. They were showing all that sort of stuff. They also had like to the end of it, they had the main developer of Ubisoft, or the main person or whatever you want to call it, come up and talk and announce the game. I think it's been like 6 years since a new Rainbow Six came out, so it's called Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege, pretty much. Since the gameplay was from a multiplayer match, they said it was from a multiplayer match or something. The gameplay, they showed gameplay of it, but it mostly looked like cinematic gameplay, kind of. It doesn't really look like people were playing and all that. All that was just like a little cinematic gameplay trailer kind of thing. It was like cops versus robbers, or SWAT versus kind of robbers, since it was like Team Raven versus Team Rogue and all that. It's like a 5v5 multiplayer game, since there were like five cops, 5 SWAT members against 5 robbers. Like there's like 5 robbers in the house. They're in this house and they have this girl. She's like they have her as a hostage of some sort. And the SWAT puts this device inside the house. It's like moving. You have like you're looking at it with the camera. And you're like moving the device, it's moving around, and you can look inside of what's happening inside the room and all that. And you have the hostage talk to the little camera, little device, saying "Help me," and the robbers they find it and they shoot it and destroy it. And the SWAT team start to make their. Well, I guess you're the SWAT team. Try to make their plans. You want to go to the front door, you want to go to the back door, you want to go through the window, you want to go through the roof. So I guess they just showed the team just go through the roof. And all that, and all that stuff. I'm not very sure how it would be. I guess it's just a regular trailer or something like that. But they're showing all that. They just showed like 5v5. They take one member, like it's like first it's a robber down, then it's a cop, and it's a robber, and it's a cop. So it switches back and forth until it's like 1v1, and you can like hold the hostage. You can like escort the hostage by grabbing her with your left hand, and your right hand you're holding a pistol up, and you're trying to escort her out the building. So they all start dying and all that. Killing each other and all that sort of stuff, and you're like getting her out. Then they show the last robber come up and aim the gun at the SWAT. And they show the SWAT member holding the gun up to the robber, and it just ends like that. pretty much ends like that, and that was mostly the trailer of it and all that. Pretty much they just showed that it was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. So I'm sure there will be a multiplayer game or story mode type of game. So that's pretty much all they showed at Ubisoft pretty much there. All those games that they showed and all the games just talking about while playing freaking Black Ops 2 Zombies. So that's it for the Ubisoft. And next I'll talk about the big Sony showcase. They showed a lot of stuff, a lot of games, a lot of stuff about the TA and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was it for the E3 Ubisoft 2014 press conference. It was a pretty exciting one. I liked it better than the EA and the Microsoft one. I don't know, I guess there's like more games that I'm into and I wanted to see what types of game they were and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure you can look at the trailers and all that on YouTube and all that sort of stuff, or the Ubisoft channel and all that. The trailers they were showing of the games and all that sort of stuff.